On our way, as are we. I'm going to speak a quick so wrote my voice. It doesn't, but I'm back as soon as our opening serve begins, and we'll get started.
And until we resume, I will start with the opening rosters and for both teams. So we'll begin with the blue team, coached by KRISTA CABEL. It's primarily made up of grade 8s. We have number 3, Abigail Nicholson. Number 25, Avery Hunter. Number 17, Brooklyn GREGAN. Number 11, Brooklyn Kelly. Number 8, Brooklyn SARGENT. Number 24, Carly AKOTO. Number 23, Emma Peltier. Number 27, Madison Sanford. Number 12, Meredith Perry. Number 2, RAYA LAURIN. Number 26, Samantha FERNADEZ. Now the roster for the white team. Coached by Kathy McDonald and Sylvie Guimont. Number 21, Alexis Kingston. Number 7, Sophie Savoie. Number 22, Reese McDonald. Number 25, Madison Gauguin. Number 20, Catherine Wilson. Number 23, Emily Kingston. Number 35, Ella Guimont. Number 33, Addison McDonald. Number 30, Colby Durrell. Number 32, Ella Howe. Number 29, Reese Godfrey. Number 31, Taryn Malpe.
So, Mr. Way, I assume we got through both rosters. Are we correct there as I stepped away from the broadcast for a moment?
Yeah, we highlighted both teams, and now as you can see in live view that both are going through their hitting routines. You can see the blue team is at the back with Mrs. CABEL warming up, and then up at the net is Coach Guimont and Coach McDonald with their girls playing at the net trying to get it over.
Now, I'm very interested, Mr. Way, to see, I'm kind of excited to see the grade 6 and 7s because I assume there's some up-and-coming potential varsity athletes here on this 6-7 team that are brand new to the sport, and we'll see how they make out. Yep. I know young Reese Godfrey in grade 6 has a pretty good track record of athleticism, especially in her family. I know her grandfather, Eddie McDermott. Eddie grew up in the same subdivision as me. And her uncle Joel McDermott and her mother Tanya McDermott were both standout athletes at James M. Hill. So I'm really looking forward to see what she brings to the element here. And we have some tall girls, I will say that, on that 6-7 team, which helps in volleyball.
Yeah, the big thing when you get to the tier 2 level is it's kind of understanding whether it's development or not. And really with your group of grade 8s, it's their last year here. And that's kind of comprises one team, but your 6s and 7s, it could be their first time playing the sport, and definitely a feeder for our tier 1 system. So yeah, it'll be interesting the difference in levels and even just court time that each have had. And
not to outdo, I neglected to say the Godfrey side of the Reese Godfrey equation, which is David Godfrey, a standout baseball player for the Chatham Ironmen over the years. One of the very best to ever play for the and don the Ironman jersey, and as well her uncle Troy Godfrey, who played many years as a center fielder and speedster with the Ironman as well in the ball program, and Troy also basketball in his background. So
yeah, I thought maybe that you were going to do a highlight on the Godfrey side later on, where maybe the McDermott side early on. And
yeah, no.
Maybe after a couple serves, saying it looked like David whipping it across the infield from third on a bunt.
We'll maybe see if we can haul that one out later, and not discuss the other athletes. I know that Reese is grade 6. So I'm curious to see what these 6-7 athletes bring to the court, and I guess it's only probably game 2 of the season for these girls, is it not?
Yeah, and you know, it has to be a little bit intimidating to look across the court, and I mean, this year with the bubbles, it's not necessarily classmates, but you know, it's peers in your school, and it's the peers that are in grade 8, so there has to be a level of saying, okay, well, this might be my first time on the court in grade 6, or my first few times, and the grade 8, some of it's their third time or even just third year that they've been out there. So sometimes it just plays into how you're going to react to having other school on the other side.
And there it is, folks. If you didn't get the signal, that is the buzzer as we get set to start the game. One last little walkthrough for the players here, and
so I think the grade 8 team is going to approach the net and have a little bit of time to hit. So
okay,
looks like executive producer McCullum has put 5 minutes up on the clock for hitting time for the blue team.
Let's see, this is my lack of volleyball knowledge coming back to bite me on this one, Mr. Way. I forgot that the CABEL coach team, the grade 8, our group of grade 8 girls here, did not get their chance to hit at the net, so we do have another. Apologies, folks, if you're listening in. I was assuming that buzzer was the start of our game, but we still have just under 5 minutes of hitting time for the grade 8 girls.
Yeah, and for people that might be new to volleyball, as we were given the example with baseball earlier with David Godfrey, it'd be very similar to how the baseball teams would have to give the road team the field first, give them a chance to do an infield,